Good evening, Mr. On-Site Manager. Eric Mad Dog Madison himself is in the house. Good to see you. And we're going to get started fast, folks. We'll take a few minutes, let folks come in, and we're getting heavy show notes fast. We have a lot to discuss. Great to see you, Eric. Please give me an audio and video check, sir. It's unclear or clear? Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, CFO. Chris Slayton. Good evening. Everybody else coming in. Good evening. Everybody got the notes? We pumped it up. We pumped it up. It's really important. As we mentioned our last show, we stay connected. Everybody stay connected locally and worldwide. And thank you everyone for sharing the show and reposting the show. Please share it and repost it as we welcome everybody in. Victoria, long time no see. Sergio McLean, Big Serge. Good evening, everybody. This is Godfather Grizz Jones coming to you live from the 66 Mob Forever Oakland Clubhouse Studio here in the beautiful town of Oakland, California on this Wednesday, November 18th, 2020. For our one-of-a-kind Global Reset Worldwide Model live feed. We do this once a week now, and in conjunction with our primetime show every Forever Open Friday night online, which is 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So there's a need, there's an energy to it. Wonderful, Victoria. Ladies and gentlemen, as we're meeting, greeting people in, Victoria and her family in the 66 Mob Forever Oakland, for a lot of our newcomers, you haven't met Victoria. Victoria goes back some years, and Victoria and her family used to be involved with our turkey drives on Mob Valley. Oh yeah, we had a great time. There was one time, one Thursday, is when we kicked off those Stay in Oakland signs. It was raining like the dickens. You'll remember, Victoria, and there was only a small crowd that day, but we still hung in there, and you and your daughter were there. And then most of the time during our turkey drives, we always have bigger crowds. So it all varies, but it's sticking to the game plan. Victoria, it's good to see you, dear. I hope all is well, you and your family. If you stay here in the show tonight, it's going to be what's called the Global Reset Quick Hitter. You're going to catch up quickly on how we've expanded our services over the years and making Oakland better locally and making others better worldwide. So we hope you and your family are healthy and well, and we hope all of you who are coming in are healthy and well. So we're just going to give it a couple of minutes, let a few more folks come in, and we're getting a heavy show notes immediately. If you haven't done so, please share the show. And for those that have done that, thank you. Share the show, repost it. Remember, this is a one-of-a-kind, unique forum coming straight from the town of Oakland, California. We host these shows here at the 66 Mob Forever Oakland Clubhouse Studio. Look at the studio behind me. And we host it on this community's holy ground, Mob Valley, with our sacred church in the background. Nobody gets that on TV locally, nationwide, worldwide like we do. And bringing our swagger and our spiritualism and our spiritual protocol we're going to talk about tonight on how to continue to protect ourselves during the COVID virus like we do. So there are other entities out there that are in CNN, MSN, and the Wall Street Journal, New York Times. They're getting our stuff on Twitter all the time now. And so this thing is going to expand in terms of we created what's called the Global Reset Worldwide Model. Let's become better as a human race. The Global Reset Worldwide Model. Let's become better as a human race. People are seeking us out. out of country, throughout the United States, throughout California and Oakland, about the simplicity of this model and how we take the spiritual esoteric but apply it to day-to-day living, especially during the COVID-19 and all these changes going on around us. So all that stuff that we did over the years, all that grit, all those experiences, all those moments of setting up in the rain or in beautiful weather, being consistent, has grown spiritual wisdom with us and strength into who we've evolved into now. And that's why we created this forum, so we can continue to take that energy and have a forum to reach out to many of our supporters locally and worldwide. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming in. As a few more folks come in, we're going to get into heavy show notes. We have a lot to cover. That's going to be a quick hitter. And we just want to remind everybody, happy holidays. As we enter the holidays, we hope your families are doing okay. We hope your family's doing fantastic. And we know there's some families out there who are not doing okay and who are not doing fantastic. And we're going to discuss that in just a second. But we're here for everybody. And in this realm, it's very angelic. It's very divine. We believe there's a shift and advancement of humanity and Mother Earth occurring. And that's why this cleansing process on Earth is occurring. Many ancient civilizations, the Bible have talked about that. You folks hear me talk about that all the time. And as we're all being affected by it, we want to do the best we can, put our best foot forward to navigate ourselves and align with this advancement. Because anytime there's an advancement, there has to be purification. And when there's a purification, it presents challenges. It challenges your beliefs. It challenges your old bad habits. It challenges if you drink a lot, or if you use drugs a lot, or if you have a diabetic problem, or if you have a high sugar problem, or if you have a weight problem. We all have issues being in human form. And when we start transforming ourselves and we make the decision to better ourselves, in the beginning is the biggest challenge. In the beginning, those old habits or those old beliefs or those old addictions want to keep you down. And they're connected to bad spirits as well. And that's what Mother Earth's doing right now. She's disconnecting herself from all disease in her aura to advance. In order for that to occur, there's a lot of shakeups. Many ancient civilizations discuss it. The Bible discuss it. Here we are. And that's why we created this global reset. Let's become better as a human race. So, thank you, everybody. We hope all is well. One thing I want to mention, and we'll get into it. We're not a medical entity. We're just down-home folks that are spiritually driven, and we're very hands-on. And we judge people by character, not color. We represent the voice of the greatest culture and people of all races as one here in the town of Oakland, California. And everybody knows me, no matter what part of Oakland they're from or around Oakland, they know that to be 120% true. So it's all about the spirit of the person. And all of our brothers and sisters are black, brown, yellow, red. We're all one. And so that's important that we acknowledge that. But during this time frame right now, our last show, we touched on it. We're going to touch on it again. One thing we remind folks, and you folks know this as well, is please, to the best of your ability, stay connected with the people you love. Mr. John Flint, thank you for coming back into the 6-6 Mob Forever Oakland Clubhouse Studio here in the beautiful town of Oakland, California. This is your godfather, Grizz Jones. We are flowing, baby. We got angels. We got divine energy. We have our worldwide supporters coming in through our global reset, our new paradigm, our new shift. Let's become better as a human race. Please share the show, and I'm going to continue on with the notes. So, and if you missed the beginning, just go back to the show when we're done and watch the show. So basically, as we're entering into the holidays during this 2020 pandemic year, it's going to be more challenging than the average holiday. As we all know, some of us are in a good position or a decent position to take care of our bills, keep a roof over our head, make sure our better halves, if it's your wife or husband, your children, your grandkids, your relatives, your grandparents, friends and family, your neighbors are taken care of with food, with basic essentials of survival. And there are people who struggle every holiday with those items, and there's a lot of people who struggle with depression, suicidal thoughts, stress. And we have a lot of walking wounded individuals through society all the time, especially as we enter in the holidays. So we just want to stress on a mental health level, please, to the best of your ability, no matter how busy you are, call people. If you have a thought of somebody, hey, I just want to check up on that person, call them up, text them, say what's going on. None of us are too busy to do that. If you're at work, do it. I do all the time with a lot of you folks because we just stay in touch. But let's do that for others right now. It's really, really important because not only are people struggling through the holidays, it's topped off by this pandemic. Now that coronavirus, we have a couple health workers, Mr. Mad Dog, John Flint, he works for Kaiser Hospital as well. They're around patients a lot. They know what's coming and going in the hospitals. They put themselves in being vulnerable, and that's why they're always wearing their personal protective equipment. And I want to stress something before I continue on. As a result of the purple tier California's in, there's a combination of reasons why, and I like to hear some of the healthcare professionals. But here's my perspective. Number one, I just want to state for the record, and we've been very lucky. Since mid-March, Forever Oakland Inc. Make Oakland Better. That leads a citywide once a month, every Saturday, citywide cleanup and feeding homeless people. And this is going on our 7th straight month of December, the first time in the city of Oakland's history. What's up, Rocky? Rocky Angel, Mr. Forever Oakland, representing the District 3 for our first Saturday of every month. I'm getting into it. Heavy notes, Rocky. Thank you for coming in. There's divine spiritual energy around us. We have supporters local and worldwide here. Please share the show, Rocky. Please share the show if you haven't done so, and I'll continue the show notes. We are flowing. I feel it on the top of my head. I feel it in my hands. This is real town business, baby. And this is the voice that represents the greatest culture and people of all races as one. We all know it. We're all part of it. And there's people out of the country, throughout the United States, throughout the state of California, Oakland, who are looking to us for leadership right now, for simplicity, for taking this global reset mentality and how we apply it day to day and help navigate it. And that's what we're going to discuss right now. So let me continue. Since mid-March, with this whole pandemic thing, I can honestly say, just like the NBA in their bubble, Forever Oakland Inc. Make Oakland Better, who've expanded our wings. When I mean wings, I mean symbolically our services to help humanity, to help unhoused citizens, to help stray animals, to help clean up Oakland. It's symbolic of the things that need to occur politically, and the sports management, and the housing, and the homeless. Our staff, and we have a health care worker that works around Stanford Hospital, Mr. Eric Mad Dog Madison, our on-site manager. We have been COVID-free. We've been so lucky, and we've been doing our services expanding. We've been COVID-free, but here's the reason why. Not because we're better than everyone else, because none of us are immune to it. It's because of the healthy spiritual protocol. And if I haven't seen you come in, welcome to our global reset. Let's become better as a human race. Worldwide forum, one of a kind here from the 66 Mob, Forever Oakland Clubhouse Studio in the beautiful town of Oakland, California. This is Godfather Grizz Jones. For your first timers, we are the voice that represents the greatest culture and people of races, and we are flowing. Can you folks feel it? Can you folks feel it? I'm feeling it. This is beautiful. No notes. It's just how we are. This is how we get down. So I'll continue. So just like the NBA, I know our group and the first set of masks we received when we started our expanded services was from Mr. John Flint. Love you, John. Man, John, you carry town heart, baby. You support us in every way. You came out to my Valley when we just started expanding our services in mid-March, and you brought us some of those masks. Thank you for that. And it's been a building process ever since. That's led into our Forever Oakland trademark face masks that our CFO, Chris Layton, has made through our good supporter and sponsor, Jeffrey DuPont with ExhibitSupply.co. They make our canopies, make our face masks. It is incredible. So we're having everything with our logos on it. But the reason we have been so fortunate is, number one, is we have protected ourselves with this shelter in place. We have been honoring physical and social distancing. And even the last few months when people started getting comfortable, we never got comfortable. And here's the issue, I believe, and I want to hear from our healthcare perspectives, people who are around the healthcare. I believe the COVID cases have gone up because we're entering flu season, number one. We're entering flu season. And the people who are vulnerable are always vulnerable, no matter how much they protect themselves. So that vulnerable population are going to catch more of it now. That's just unfortunate. That's part of the process. And there's a population of people, and I just spoke to a person that is connected to the county health department. I get most of my information outside of Mr. Mad Dog or John Flint from the county health departments. Everybody knows, or pretty much everyone knows, and if you don't, your county public health department has the best information medically for the shelter in place and all your needs. The state, they give them information, but the public health departments guide pretty much everybody. They guide the cities, they guide the states. So I strive to stay connected with our local county public health department. It's their opinion and my opinion. And this is just an opinion. And I can have my opinion just like I can have an opinion because I voted. I can have an opinion because I'm out there boots to the ground. My organization, our family have expanded beyond. We've been making Oakland better for 22 years and making others better worldwide for 22 years. And in 2021, we go by seasons. That's going to be 23 seasons. In this particular year during the pandemic, we have blown the doors open with expansion. We are out there more than ever. Mob Alley is a food kitchen. And the reason we've been COVID free, just like the NBA bubble, is we have not got comfortable. We never got comfortable. Remember, we're around unhoused citizens. And a lot of people have this fear of that, especially during the pandemic, but we are providing the service the same way people are providing for first responders when the pandemic began and senior citizens. We're doing the same thing for unhoused citizens and stray animals and cleaning up our community. And we're leading a citywide effort the first Saturday of every month for 7 straight months coming on December 5th. The first time in Oakland's history. And this all came out of a pandemic. And what I'm striving to say is sometimes there's obstacles. It brings out the best of people. And there's other entities around the world who's bringing the best out as well, who are doing some spectacular, godly things. And they're humble, and they didn't get comfortable with the shelter in place. They stuck with it, as did we. So we want to continue to stay COVID free. We've done everything we can to keep the risk low, and we're very fortunate too. We're open air. So no matter if it's starting to get cold and it's going to be raining a little bit, but we're so seasoned with doing those tailgates. Let me tell you something. All those years of tailgating taught us survival. And that's something my brother and I learned from our father, who was in Round Lot, but the real Jones, our biological father, he taught Tommy, my brother and I, how to survive outdoors when we were kids with fishing equipment, with survival stuff. He always had guns. We don't use that loosely, but we're around it a lot. He taught us how to survive. Hence, we carried over with what we do here in Oakland, plus the humanitarian aspect of it. So we become a humanitarian worldwide organization with our new concept. Global Reset has become better as a human race. Hands-on through actions, not just words. And we've blown it up. And we're going to stick to our healthy spiritual protocol, our bubble. And we're letting everyone know, all of you that come through for our holiday events, we're not only accepting food and supplies for unhoused citizens as well as stray animals, we're starting to accept warm clothes. If you have any sweatshirts, jackets, sleep bags, blankets, pillows, I'm going to give you a list of our schedule between now and December 19th. Just a quick heads up. A lot of you folks might have seen our presser earlier today. It has all those wonderful flyers. So here's what's going on with us, how you folks can tune in. This weekend, we're doing our normal Make Oakland Better drop-off spot this weekend. Feed unhoused citizens and stray animals, something we do 2-3 times a week. Plus, continuing our efforts on Sandra Street between 66th Avenue and Seminary and 50th Avenue to continue to clean that up. We are starting to contain Sandra Street between the Coliseum Bar and High Street. There's where you're seeing the progress. And not only are we still have to focus on the trouble areas, but want to send volunteers to keep the areas that we've been maintaining to keep maintained. Because we want to build up a whole crew that are from this area. We welcome everybody, no matter where you're from, but to continue that process going to the end of the year, going into 2021, because our next strip that we want to build up cleanup crews is in the District 3 on Martin Luther King Way between 24th and 36th. And now a lot of you that are from the town, I've been through all those areas. That is one of the worst areas in Oakland, and we have to address it. We go over there once a month. We have Rocky Angel, who's our District 3 lead person that does some feedings of unhoused citizens. And the last couple months, myself and a few of the volunteers had to heal a cast over there. There was a communication issue with the people who were supposed to be doing it 3 or 4 months ago, but we didn't wait for them. we just continue to jump in and we heal the cast. And now we have a consistency going, and we have some new volunteers through Eric Madison, some friends of his. One of our friends, Eleanor, who gets treatments over there in West Oakland all the time. She's bringing volunteers over there. We have an on-site captain named Billy Bob, who just jumped right in last time, went over there and started cleaning up. It was incredible. So we're going to start building that team up as well for every Saturdays. But the first Saturday of every month, we've kind of adopted Martin Luther King and 36th, that encampment. Go feed them, do some cleanups, and keep this going. So that's what we're doing this weekend. And this Sunday, November 22nd, some friends of ours named Hugo and Andrea Bucanegra and their family are doing a clothing and food drive Sunday in Mob Valley. They're utilizing Mob Valley. They're going to get some boxes and a few items to have their supporters, friends and family, neighbors, and groups they work with to come on by, since we'll already be set up this Sunday, November 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.-ish. Their family will be out there accepting blankets, jackets, clothes, food, and they're going to have sandwiches they're making there, as well as offering sandwiches and going out to give it to the people in the neighborhood as well. So God bless you, Andrea. And if you're here for the first time, my staff and you need to meet each other. Folks, to Mr. Mad Dog, to our CFO, Chris Layton, to Mr. DJ Mobskull, this gal, Andrea, is like us. She should be part of Forever Oakland. But there's many people around the world that are like us. And it doesn't matter if they're part of Forever Oakland or not. We want to jointly collaborate with them. That's how we're bringing this new paradigm, this new shift to humanity, because we have to help guide people. It's going to get more tumultuous. It's not going to get easier, folks. It's going to get more tumultuous. The moratoriums with bills, they're going to be coming up soon. And some people are way behind. So there's going to have to be relief. There's going to have to be some extra compassion continued. And it's going to be from organizations like us that have raised the level and protect ourselves with coronavirus to still help people. And we have aspirations, baby. We have goals to keep raising the level worldwide. That's why we created this platform, Global Reset. Let's become better as a human race. So that's what's happening this weekend. Then the following week, just a heads up, hey, Joe Rivas, all the way from Fresno, or wherever you live now, Joe. Good to see you. If you haven't done so yet, please share the show, repost it. We got it. And everyone, the house is packed. We're feeling good. It's flowing. So, Joe, we're in heavy show notes. Good to see you, Joe. We're in heavy show notes. And if you haven't had a chance to watch it from the beginning, and we're going to keep the door open. This is supposed to be like a half hour, 45 minutes, but if the house keeps getting packed, we're going to keep the door open because it connects more of us and it brings positive mental attitude energy. No worries, Rocky. No worries. Hey, everybody. Since Rocky said the live feed froze up on him, someone give me audio and video check. Was that your end, Rocky, or ours? Because mine seems to be going good. And we seem to see a lot of people here. So everyone, every once in a while, give me a live audio and video check. Make sure we're flowing good. Make sure you can hear me and see me well. So let's continue. So that's what's happening this weekend. The following weekend, leading up, on Thanksgiving, the Godfather. I know some of your families, you guys rotate. Thank you, Joe. Some of you rotate where you have Thanksgiving with your families and Christmas. I've been hosting Thanksgiving. Thank you, John Flint. Thank you so much. I've been hosting Thanksgiving here the last 3 or 4 years. So the Godfather's hosting Thanksgiving here. Thank you, Mr. CFO. I appreciate you. Oh, by the way, let's pause for 10 seconds to get a bunch of Oaklands. When I say amen, you say Oakland. Amen, Oakland. Let's pause for a station identification with Oaklands. Let me see Oaklands, baby. All right. Thank you, CFO. Thank you, Mr. Mad Dog. Thank you, everyone else. We'll continue. So the show goes on. So next weekend, I'm hosting Thanksgiving here. Some of our mobs coming over, some of my family coming over. The Godfather, he cooks a pretty good turkey. We're gonna have all the fixings. Everyone's potlucking, watching some sports. But the following day, on Forever Oakland Friday, November 27th, we want to remind everyone, Tightwad Hill, A's Fan Radio, and Forever Oakland Make Oakland Better will be hosting the 123rd big game of our Cal Bears hosting those stinkers from Stanford. Mr. Mad Dog. How many Cal Bear fans do we have in here? Let's go Cal. Let's go Cal. Give me an Oakland. For those of you who are Cal Bear fans, give me an Oakland. So Ma Valley is hosting it. And the reason is Cal made a statement about a month ago that they're not having fans at the stadium, or they're not having fans at Tightwad Hill. And the Tightwad Hill people that's connected to Keith Richard Salmon, the corporal, the voice of A's Fan Radio. God bless his soul. We love you, Keith. We love you for all your efforts. Thank you, Rocky. It's good to have you back on, Rocky. We decided to think on our toes. We were the only gig in town hosting an outdoor charitable tailgate during our Oakland A's run. Right across the street, because we're built for it. We've been doing this forever. So, to continue, on that day of our Cal Bears hosting the 123rd game between them and Stanford, barring any unexpected, rain or barring any expected cancellations, that game's at 1 o'clock on Forever Open Friday, November 27th on Ma Valley. If you come out, please bring a chair. And remember, we have some new signs. Our new signs, our CFO, Chris Slayton, created. We put out in today's press release. And we'll put it out again tonight and tomorrow that you'll see on our canopy by our food tables. We're expecting everyone to be having their face masks. Come with your face masks and gloves, please. We have to continue to honor physical and social distancing. We have been COVID-free out there. And we're opening our doors. We're keeping things open. We're keeping the numbers a certain limit. But the reason why we've been COVID-free is we've been smart. And the way we allow people to get food, we're going to be serving people because we're going to have gloves and masks. We're going to keep that going because it's working. So we can still enjoy ourselves. Bring your own chairs, bring masks. It's a Forever Open family affair, potluck of food. So you can bring drinks, you can bring food, bring the kids, grandkids. Ma Valley is a drug-free, kid-friendly zone. So just know at 1 p.m. that's what's going on. And we have a nice big screen TV, graced by our CFO, that we're going to be able to watch our Cal Bears on Forever Open Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So that's what's happening that weekend. And then that following weekend, we're doing a Make Oakland Better drop-a-spot, which feeding unhoused citizens that same weekend, as well as doing a cleanup on Salmon Street. So that's what's happening this weekend and next weekend. And then the following weekend, and I want to get past this so we can continue talking, is our first Saturday, December 5th, 2020, Oakland citywide within every district, worldwide, feeding of unhoused citizens, stray animals, and trash pickups. This is part of our new system we created under dire circumstances, and it's bigger and stronger than ever now. Amazing. This is the 7th straight month, the first time in the city of Oakland's history, and we do it for the love of it. We're not doing it for new records, we're not doing it for accolades, but when you have your head down like we are, plugging away, grinding, once in a while we lift our heads up and say, oh my goodness, it's slowly picking up momentum. Oh my goodness. This is the first time in the city of Oakland's history this has ever happened. And guess what? Forever Oakland Inc. Make Oakland Better is leading the process with all our volunteers citywide. Some are charitable people. Some are just individuals. Some are politicians. All the volunteers citywide fall under the umbrella Team Make Oakland Better. We created all that. And this is getting bigger. And what this does too is it keeps our foot on throat on our politicians. We're not letting up on these people, folks, because we have what's called the Make Oakland Whole Again vision. Make Oakland Whole Again vision covers many territories. It's band-aids toward the homeless crisis, to the housing crisis, to the mismanagement of the sports landscape, of us wanting to bring back and build the world's #1 mixed-use sports facility in the world and the best usage of that land. It all starts with local politics. So as we're putting these band-aids on, we're going inside to force the hand of the politicians. And we have to continue to vote the same way more people vote than ever now. We have to do that here in Oakland. We have to keep pushing that. Because there's still some politicians that are here who got on because their friends helped them. They were self-serving, not serving the community. But there's more of a glass now, there's more of a transparency that we're going to force their hand because they work for us. We don't work for them, they work for us. And as long as they fall in line with what we need for this community, then we're going to keep foot on throat and we'll say, okay, cool. We have to keep them at that distance right now. And our first Saturday of every month is one way out of many. There is no excuses, none, for any politician to put just 2 or 3 hours once a month to clean up in your own district. None. I don't care what the hell's going on unless you have a fatal emergency. 2 or 3 hours once a month? Is that asking much? We're not asking for money. We don't ask them for anything. We ask them to jump in. Some want to say, hey, congratulations. We're starting to hear from more of them now saying, wow, great work with the citywide. We're saying, thank you. They go, oh, man, maybe we should give you guys something. We said, you know what? What you need to give us is jump in. Jump in. Start helping your district. And it's growing. And what's going to end up happening is, and I have to talk to our CFO and our on-site manager and our Team Make Oakland Better volunteers around the city, is this flyer that we have that our CFO makes once a month. It's the master flyer that has all the districts where the cleanups are going on. That flyer is not going to be big enough for these new groups and areas of Oakland that are going to be starting to clean up. So we're going to have to mastermind going to 2021, Chris, of some kind of directory page. We'll still have the flyer, but it won't have all the districts. I'll have maybe Ma Valley, the headquarters, and here's a link to the directory page, because the directory page, we want to start having every location that starts doing cleanups the first Saturday of every month going to 2021. And we're keeping the door open. The first Saturday in 2021 is January 2nd. We may take that one off, just as our way, like the politicians take a recess in December, January. We may just take that one off for all the stuff we've done and resume our first Saturday in February with all the new Oakland City Council. But we're going to go out with a bang. It's in a couple weeks, Saturday, December 5th, the first Saturday of every month. Forever Oakland, Make Oakland Better, that created Team Make Oakland Better locally, is doing these citywide cleanups and feeding unhoused citizens for 7 straight months now during a pandemic. During a pandemic. Because we have been very stringent about sticking to our PPE and our physical and social distancing. And now going the holidays with the flu season, folks, please, 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 please. Those populations of people, and I'm not off the record, I'm not going to be professional right now. I'm going to be a little hardcore Grizz. You motherfuckers that fucked it up for everyone else to put us in the purple tier because you got comfortable without using your mask, put your fucking mask on. I'm an alpha. I'm a healthy guy. I believe I could probably go through any location and not get sick, but I'm not looking out just for me. I can be healthy and carry the damn virus and spread it to people who are more vulnerable. So the combination of the flu season, but people and populations of America and certain populations in California, you got too damn comfortable. And that's why this thing is going up now. And now we have to backtrack. Now what's happened here in Alameda County starting today, because the public health departments with the governor, and I don't agree with everything the governor does, but the purple tier is all indoor dining, hair salons, nail shops, gyms is shut for right now. So those services are going to do things outdoors. Luckily for us, with our expanded services, it's all outdoors. We didn't plan it that way. That's just how we get down. So we're continuing the way we're doing. But they were thinking about a curfew. They didn't do that. Oh, man, would that piss me off? Because you stupid son of a guns who are being irresponsible. Don't get too comfortable. Please. Not now. Don't get comfortable. Get more stringent. Put your feet down. Just put on the damn mask and be aware of how close you are, proximity to people. And if you're around people, that's your wife or your husband or your kids, that's different. And you know they've been tested, that's fine. But if you're providing a service like we do, you gotta be smart, man. Don't get too uncomfortable. I'm not talking to you folks. I'm just saying in general. Part of the reason why this rose up is you see these populations of people on TV not doing it. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I don't like it either. I think it's a bunch of BS. I think it's man-made, if it's from Wuhan, what have you, to affect humanity and the economy, to try to control us. That's what I think. But regardless of how it's created, it's real. It's real. I don't like it. Like I said, I'm an alpha. If I was responsible for people, I'd say, screw everyone with things. I'm going out there. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm going to do my exercise. I'll walk through groups of people, what have you. But I'm having to be a leader and I have to be spiritually wise for others. So to the best of your ability, please, folks, go on the holidays. Keep checking up on your loved ones. Keep checking up on your friends and family. And continue and hunker down on your personal protective equipment. Don't get too comfortable. So you can keep those numbers down or be COVID-free like we have been. And we're going to keep doing it. And it's working. So we can keep providing service to those that need it. Remember, in our leadership right now, we have people around the world looking at us for leadership. And who are we? We're just the average citizen. But we're spiritually driven. We're not religious. We believe we're on a mission from God. whatever you perceive God to be. And we are bonding with people around the world to bring in this new advancement of Mother Earth and humanity through these tumultuous times, because in the long run, it's a purification. And we want to be on the winning end of things through this purification. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to remind you folks, please stay in touch with your loved ones. See how people are doing, because a lot of people are not in the mental right spot. And they won't tell you. They're silent. Some people don't know how to talk. Some people don't know how to express themselves. Some people don't know how to write it out. And it builds up and builds up and builds up, and they get depressed. Or they drink a little too much. Or they try to numb themselves through drugs. Or some kind of abuse. Or do some abuse themselves. Or take their lives. Because the pain is so bad. And a lot of times, even myself, and our people, we're go, 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 go. We're bright lights. We're shining lights. We're always trying to smile. We're always trying to lift people up. But I want to be aware of my surroundings. I want to be aware of, is this person struggling over here? Because I don't know. A lot of them don't talk. So it's okay if you have a nudge, reach. Don't let your pride sit in the way. And if you need to talk to me, anybody, I'm not the type of person in my life that's ever got mad if someone calls me at 2 a.m. What are you doing? Call me. Why? If I don't want to answer the phone, I don't answer the phone. If I answer the phone, obviously it's an emergency. So you can contact me anytime through a phone call, through social media, personal message. If I don't see it, I don't answer it because I don't see it. It's not because I ignore people. I don't believe in that, and I don't get grumpy about that. So unless it's a stalker or someone that gets their pattern, you have to cut them off. That's different. Outside of that, man, my line is always open. My social media is always open. My message and email is always open. And I'm doing what I can within my business schedule. Just I have people I have in my mind. How they're doing outside my family. I'm going to get a hold of them. I'm going to check on them. Just say hi. How's it going? You okay? Do you have somewhere to go on the holidays? How's life? How's the bills? Right now more than ever. Because holidays is always a struggle for some people. Especially the pandemic. Please do that for others. That's all we're asking. Do that for others. And please hunker down with your personal protective equipment. Keep the coronavirus down. All you gotta do is practice a few things, man. Keep doing it. And because there's some people more vulnerable than others, but keep doing it to keep it down. Because it's gonna go up right now because of flu season. So these next couple months are gonna be a little more of a challenge. But we've had the experience of mid-March and through this year to learn how to deal with it now. So let's take those experiences from the last 5, 6, 7 months of the COVID virus going into this winter, going into 2021 to become better for it. And that's why we created this forum. And that's pretty much our schedule next few weeks. Plus, we'll be ending our year with our 18th annual Ma Valley Christmas party on Saturday, December 19th as a 2-part party. The first part, we caravan, we fill up a bunch of vehicles. It's been a bus up to this point. That may change due to the coronavirus, but we still caravan vehicles from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Ma Valley, Saturday, December 19th. We welcome volunteers. Have your personal protective equipment. Fill up your cars with a bunch of supplies to feed unhoused citizens, street animals, bring warm clothes, what have you. Then from 12 noon to 4 o'clock, we go around every nasty homeless encampment around Oakland, all of Oakland, and give enough supplies to provide for about 1,000 people. That's been what's been going on the last few years. That's what's eclipsed. And some of our folks that are here right now have been with us. So that's part 1 of our 18th annual Ma Valley Christmas party. That's from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. We meet up on Ma Valley and get all supplies ready. From 12 noon to 4 o'clock, we go out through all of Oakland. Part 2 is from 7:30 p.m. and on Ma Valley. It is lit up with Christmas spirit. We have Mob Claus, who takes pictures of people by the trees and gives gifts to kids. We have DJ Mob School playing the sounds of Ma Valley. We have the voice of God, the voice of Forever Oakland, Andrew Torado, singing Christmas carols. We have Chris Show Barbecue going with our on-site manager, Mr. Eric Mad Dog Madison, and all of our supporters. That experience is one of the best experiences ever. If you haven't been to a Ma Valley Christmas party at night, you gotta come on down. If you want the ambiance of Christmas, just like you have at home, get on down there. I don't care where you're from. It is awesome. We have a bonfire, hot chocolate, eggnog, music, bring the kids. We all stay, and we have a lot of wood. It is a great sense of togetherness. It's unbelievable. And that's the rest of our schedule, taking us to 2021. And we have big plans, baby. We have big plans. So that's pretty much what I just wanted to cover in tonight's Global Reset. In December and January, we're going to talk a little bit about more sports. We're going to talk about some of our plans. We'll be bringing that up because some people are knocking on our door about that. So Mr. Mad Dog and I are finishing some stuff up that we need to continue. But anybody want to share anything, any perspectives, I'm going to go through the comments right now. And this has been Power Packed. And we still have folks in here. This is great. This is Power Packed. This is what we wanted. So thanks to everybody. Thank you for all the Oaklands. Thank you for everyone that's coming through. Thank you for you folks who are doing and making a conscious effort to reach out to your loved ones. Thank you for you folks who are doing what you can for yourselves to continue to have physical and social distancing. We need it more now. Even those of us who are COVID-free can keep doing it now because these cases are rising twofold. The flu season, so those are more vulnerable, especially people in the streets. And number two, the lack of discipline of population of people. They got to wake up. And I don't want their lack of discipline to affect what we're doing to help people. And we don't want them to affect you as well. So please honor physical and social distancing in areas where you know you should. Wear your face mask where you know you should when you're around populations of people. Please keep that down. Respect and honor it. I'm one of those folks that I don't need to because I'm healthy, but I do. So there's a lot of people that say, oh, the hell with all that. That's your choice. We can't tell grown men or women what to do, but we can just suggest and say, hey, the cases are rising up. This ain't just a media thing. The media is going to run with it. It's not just this New World Order thing, but they're trying to implement something. And I'll be the first to, I don't like injecting things in my body that I don't need to inject. I haven't had a flu shot since I was a kid. Everybody's different. Some people need medication. Some people do have diabetes. Some people do need pills. I get that. But for the most part, if I don't need to put something in my body that is a new vaccination or something from the government, I am not doing it. I'll continue to wear my personal protective equipment and physical and social distance. Now, like I said, it's not the same for people who have disabilities. If you have a disability, you have to take care of yourself. So please reach out to your loved ones. Please continue to honor physical and social distancing. Wear your personal protective equipment. And if you come to our events, it's mandatory you wear your face mask. Wear those bad boys, keep a routine so we can still enjoy and expand our services of making Oakland better locally and making others better worldwide. And Corey all the way from Tempe, Arizona, good to see you. We're pretty much done with the show. Corey, give me an amen Oakland since you came in. Give me an amen Oakland. That's like a ritualistic, symbolic power theme here in our show. And we're prepping our team Make Others Better. Our worldwide network in California, throughout the United States, and the country. We want to hear from you folks. If you're going to be doing something on our next first Saturday and the last first Saturday of 2020, Saturday, December 5th, 2020. Let us know if you're jumping in. We got all of our PR out. We got our event page out. Our CFO, Chris Layton, made this wonderful flyer with these two people saying, hey, we're looking out for the greater good of people. I forgot what the exact words are. By wearing our masks, so we want you guys to wear your masks as well. That was just so ingenious of you, Chris. Thank you. It's just subliminal stuff reminding people, keep doing that kind of stuff. Keep doing that kind of stuff. So, let me wave at you, Corey. Woo! Man, that was beautiful. What time is it? It's only 8:10. See? Power packed. That's how we want our shows, and they're growing. Power packed. Thank you, Corey, for the Oakland. Anybody else want to share anything? What's going on with your holiday schedule? If you've missed the show, please share the show and or go back to the beginning to watch it. We covered everything. We covered what we're doing between now and our last event in December to go into 2021. We discussed the coronavirus. We discussed reaching out to loved ones during the holidays because a lot of people are walking wounded, especially this pandemic. We discussed hunker down. We've been lucky. I'll remind everyone, on my valley, we've been COVID-free for a reason. Not because we're just these special people, because we did extracurricular things and taking precautionary measures from day one, and we never got away from it. And we heard about the flu season coming. We have people that are part of our staff that are in the health industry. They said statistically there may be COVID cases because the people are vulnerable during the flu season. But we also saw populations of people, you see it yourself, who got lazy, who just, this thing's done. It's not done, folks. It was created to be a pain in our ass for a reason. And I don't like it. And I have my own conspiracy theories, but it's a real thing. So while it's real, discipline yourself. Do everything you can to lower the risk of it. And that's what we do. And we're going to stick to it. So all of you that come to our events, wear your mask. Wear your mask. Honor physical and social distancing, and let's continue that routine of being COVID free. And if we know people that get it, let's pray for them. Let's help them get healthy real quickly, because more people are getting it again. If anyone want to share anything last minute, we're going to shut this down soon. It's been a great power-packed show, and this is how we like it, baby. It's good to see Rocky, our CFO, our on-site manager, Corey from Arizona. I don't know if Vanessa had an opportunity to come in here or Nancy. We'll probably be seeing them forever on Friday night. John Flint, talk to us. So our on-site manager, Eric Mad Dog Madison, he works graveyard shifts at Stanford Hospital. He's around patients all the time. And share some perspective, Eric, what you mean by it's far from over. We'll wait for your comment. And Eric's giving us some good information right here. As Eric's writing his next comment, I'm going to read what he just wrote. Mr. Mad Dog said, if you're going out in public just for protection of everyone and yourself, please wear a mask and do check on family members. Lucky we were not in Monterey County. They fine you $100 for not wearing a mask. Wow. Yep. And the thing is, we don't want the governor to give us curfews and start fining us. If people practice discipline, then the rules stay back. But the rules get more forced when people start getting lackadaisical. Mr. Mad Dog says, even with the vaccines, it's going to be a few months before it's under control. It's going to be a while before it's under control. Just like Sanders Street. Just like those streets in many inner cities. Sanders Street here in Oakland is one that has quadrupled with trash and encampments because our social services and our public services were down for a while due to the pandemic. So things got backed up. And we're making a dent. It's going to take us a while, but we're doing it right now. And the same way we're going to get that under control, it's symbolic of what Eric just said. It's going to take a while to get the virus under control. But if people start disciplining themselves the same way we do, with feeding unhoused citizens and taking on trash pickups, you'll slowly, the curve will continue to stay down. We want to just keep the curve down until it can be under control. And that, every person has the ability to be disciplined. Well said, Mr. Mad Dog. If anybody else has something to share, please do. Because if not, we'll go into a 10 or 20-second moment of prayer. This is, we want these shows to be power-packed. Go, 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 go. Tonight from the jump was power-packed. And that's what's happened to our show. And remember, when the CNNs, MSNs, and the rest of the world start seeing what we're doing here out of the town, and you're all part of it, it's going to get picked up. And our boots are on the ground, our wheels are going, and we have a message. And we're going to keep building on the message, but we have a message of hope. We have a message of inspiration that deals with spiritual esoteric, but how we apply it day to day. Not to where it's so, oh my goodness, when this guy talks, he's talking in terms you understand. No, if there's something you don't understand, let me know, but we want to bring it down in alignment with Mother Earth's cleanse right now to advance day to day. Put your best foot forward for your own spiritual protocol bubble. Right now, people got to create bubbles in your life. So if anybody else has something to share, please do. This has been awesome. It's really, really awesome. And if you come around the town this weekend, if you're here, always feel free to bring supplies to help unhoused citizens. Always feel free to bring supplies for stray animals. And some of those supplies, start bringing some more stuff. If you have stuff at home, blankets, pillows, sleeping bags, sweatshirts, jackets, warm clothes, beanies, gloves, shoes that you don't have any use for, pile it up and bring it to us. And or if you don't live by us and you have those themes you have no use for, pile up and go give it to someone in your community or go give it to a church or shelter in your community. Not really, Corey. Oakland's not in quarantine. Oakland's in a certain tier. And here it is specifically. All those businesses that were opening up to go indoors for dining, to get your hair cut, to get your nails done, and the gyms, that got shut down again as of today. So people can't go in there no more. Some of those businesses will be operating outdoors, but all the indoor stuff on that level has been shut down. And pretty much that's where it's at. Plus, they're going to be starting to enforce, they're recommending, but they're saying, hey, we want to start wearing masks outdoors if you're not alone, what have you. So those are the things that the purple tier is addressing right now. But we're in total quarantine. Mid-March and April of this past year was the most lockdown that all of us have been in. So right now we're not at that level. And what people were concerned about was a curfew. A curfew is not even necessary. What it is people need to be disciplined and just wear their personal protective equipment. If they do that and practice physical and social distancing, then we can bypass a lot of things. So right now they closed the door on a few things. That's where it's at, Corey. How about in Arizona? Gotcha. Understood. In Corey, our next first Saturday, Oakland Citywide Worldwide, is Saturday, December 5th, 2020. So if you want to get down with it, as well as our out-of-town affiliates leading up to that to help us shelter, what have you, please let us know. A couple weeks away. Good time to prepare. And it's good to see you, Corey. I hope all is well. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything else that anyone wants to add, please do. If not, I'll give it a couple minutes, and then we're going to get into a 10 or 20 second moment of prayer. Pray about whatever is heavy on your mind or heart or light, or that's most important at this moment right now. If there's something that's on your mind, or if there's something you'd like to see some clarity or healing on, this would be the time. All ready? Mr. Mad Dog, who works for Stanford Hospital, just said, Tier 4 is the most restrictive, but not quarantine. And like he said, quarantine doesn't work. It's not the Cinderella virus. I agree. There has to be a balance. People have to wear their mask and practice physical and social distancing. We don't want a total quarantine of people who have it, but the rest of us, we have to be free to flow and do things right. That will help greatly. We're going to start our prayers, folks. This is handpicked from the Jones home front, as well as these behind me as part of our studio, these reds and yellows. It's just a reflection of taking a moment, taking a step back. So let's take a step back. Let's go into 10 or 20 seconds of silence. Pray what's heavy in your heart. We'll come out of it with the Oakland Amens, and we'll call it a night. It has been a lovely show. Alrighty? Let's do it. Alrighty. Hey, Leela. We just got done doing our end of the show 10 and 20 second moments of silence. Good to see you. Good to see you. If there's anything you want to add, Leela, because we're about to shut down the show, please share the show. And if you get a chance, go back to the beginning and watch it from the beginning. We covered some very, very heavy show notes, some good spiritual healthy protocol, how to stay COVID free, as well as our schedule from this weekend until the end of December of our holiday schedule. Oh my goodness, Corey, that's horrible. See, it's probably hard to get so many people on the same page. And because of that, Corey L. Brown from Tempe, Arizona just said, and you'll see it, but I'll read it. I still see a lot of folks not masking, even receiving clerks where I deliver to that are in stores that require it. Man, the door's staying open. Anytime, Leela. And we can take a conversation offline, Leela, tonight or tomorrow. It's time for us to catch up. See if you want to get involved with some of our events. We hope you're healthy and well, Leela. We hope you're staying healthy, dear. Glad you made it in. So further ado, folks, let's go ahead and call it a night. Thank you once again for coming to our Global Reset live feed. Let's become better as a human race. We will stay connected. Stay connected with your loved ones. Oh, as Leela just mentioned, Leela is here in Oakland. She just mentioned she's at a health treatment place. So let's keep Leela in her prayers. Whatever's going on with Leela, thank you for sharing. Thank you for feeling vulnerable enough to share that little bit of information. Prayers to you right now. We send this rose your way of prayer, and we'll keep you in our prayers for total health. Thank you for sharing, Leela. Absolutely, you're very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it. God bless all of you. We're coming back this Forever Open Friday for our primetime show, Forever Open Friday night online. As you folks learned who were here last time, we fixed the internet problem. We fixed our internet problem. So no matter if we're here at the 66 Mob, Forever Open Clubhouse Studio, or on Mob Valley Studio, the internet problem is fixed. So we have clear reception, and we'll have the issue of having to shut down, start again, and lose some of the people that come in. It's been a great flow. We never quit. Whenever you hit an obstacle, you take a step back, you look at it, and you keep on going. You figure out how to overcome it, you learn, you keep on going. That's our mentality. Good night, everybody. Good night, Corey, Leela, Mr. Mad Dog Madison, anyone that's still left here. If you haven't had a chance to say anything, God bless you. We're coming back here for on Friday night online, November 20th, 2020, from 7:30 p.m. and on Pacific Standard Time to continue this global reset worldwide message that started here in Oakland, California, and many around the world are looking up to us for leadership with spiritual healthy protocol. Wear your mask, folks. So like what Corey just said and what Eric said, regardless of what other people are doing, wear your mask. Keep the corona down. Lower the risk of it. Go on the holidays. Stay in touch with your loved ones right now, because a lot of people are walking wounded because of the holidays and on top of the pandemic. And we're always here for you. God bless all of you, and may the mob always be with you.